Hello railroad modelers and model railroad fans. Let's do a mail call. I'd show you my new Walters Proto Penn Central SD45s, but they kinda came mangled, so I guess they're gonna go back. There's some parts there. There is the cab, some railings are broken, whatnot. They're supposed to be brand new, but they're not. I guess Walters will replace them. I mean, I don't know, but the thing is, I don't see any damage on the box or anything, so I think they were damaged prior to being shipped to me. Anyways, the subject of this video is that box there. And you see how I don't have any space? We'll just put it over there on the staging tracks and then get on with it. And let me just organize myself. I need a knife. You can see it's no, I don't want to move my track. Has not been opened. Came from our friends at Otter Valley. I know what's inside, but I guess we'll see if it's all there. It's this kind of difficult doing it one hand. And I don't do unboxings that often, so no practice. Oh, okay, well, live and learn. That's on this side. There we go. Okay, well, this box didn't really survive. So, yep. Looks like it's Amazon box. The knife then? Oh, well, that's my thing. And that's a lot of turnouts. These are microengineering, you know, kind of hard to find. And I don't know where OVR is finding them, but I keep buying them. And I guess I'm the only one doing that. Yeah, somebody else might be from time to time, but so this is like the whole of railroad. They always send nice stickers and stuff, you know, like all kinds of paraphernalia. Yep, there we go. So these are number 6s, number 5Bs, and that's the leftover or the remainder of turnouts that I need for the railroad. And then I was able to get some track as well. So for my other friends in Canada, if you wonder why you can't find microengineering track, I keep buying all of it. I'm stopping now, so you'll be able to buy some yourself. I've bought everything that I need to buy for the entire railroad now, because, you know, might as well just buy it now. If you can, don't wait. Especially with microengineering. If you're gonna use microengineering, who knows when they're gonna be in stock again? And that's just how it is with track lately. Since, I mean, somebody keeps buying. I was gonna use Walters track. Somebody keeps buying all the Walters track at OVR, and I'm suspecting it's James from Dundas Junction, because every time I watch one of his videos, he's got new fresh track and turnouts, and I can't find them. So I bought. They had code 55, so I bought 2 bundles of that. They had some bridge track, so I got that as well. They had some code 70, and then I also had some code 83 somewhere here, I think. Maybe it's this one. Oh no, there it is, yeah. And then I needed 2 diamonds as well. Yeah, these should be 83. Yeah, they are. Hopefully they work with that. So I didn't need 5 bundles of bridge track, but I figured, I mean, if I take the bridge track and put it over there on the gate, then maybe I can scenic that somehow to look like a bridge. I don't know. We'll see. Even just like one of those girder bridges or something. I don't know. Doesn't have to be like a truss or anything. Might be cool if it was like a truss, and then just do like fake sides and put some bridge track. and I think these are long enough for that, so it should be okay. I guess this is code 83 because that's code 100 here in the helix, so we'll see how that works out. I don't think it's going to be a problem because there is a gap there, so I guess code 100 is going to come to the bridge, to the swing gate, and then code 83 is going to come across and off to the layout. So I'm gonna sort this out and then see. I think that's all. I don't think they missed anything. Let me show you the other thing. You might remember it from the other video. The first batch of turnouts from one of my older videos. And that's another big box. So these are number 6s, number 5Bs, I got some 5As. These are code 80 N-scale joiners. And Rob Spangler, in one of the posts in the forum, on the Modular Hobbies forum, said he used code 80 joiners on microjigging code 83 track, and the reason being is that they're much smaller than normal code 83 joiners. So I'm gonna try that. I mean, I got nothing to lose, it's like a couple of $10 or whatever. So that's the whole railroad. That and that and that, and there is a boatload of track underneath the benchwork, like 17 bundles of code 70. 13 bundles of code 83, 510 feet of track for 2 decks. I have 90 turnouts, which is a lot for this space, I suppose. But, you know, go big or go home, or go via or go home. So that's this video for mail call. I don't do this often. I don't know if I'm doing this right or not, but there you have it. Welcome back. Today we are doing a bit of this and that, I guess, tying up some loose ends on the layout before we go up. In the previous video I've done the interlocking, and then someone suggested to add a proper programming track because I had a piece of flex track and a wire, you know, hanging over the edge. There is that wire right there. And said, oh, you know, why don't you just add a spur into the interlocking or connecting here, so you can program the locomotives and then just run them onto the layout. And I thought, well, that's a project creep, but sure, why not? I mean, sounds cool. So I did that. I spliced the interlocking here, I had another turnout. This is a pretty tight turnout. I mean, it's like a small Pico small turnout, but it'll do. It's 24-inch radius, and then just 2 rear railers and a bit of flex track. Still need to wire it, and probably need to add a switch here that will also change the power to the track. So it can either be a programming that goes to the command station over there, or the power from the track, and then you can run the locomotive off of it. But that's for some other time. I mean, I didn't wire it now because it's not as critical as some other things. And today actually we are doing that. And that's a booster that used to be here, and if you remember, I had 2 boosters. There is the other one, and then 2 PSX circuit breakers each. What was supposed to happen here is I would run the DCC bus up the stud to the lower and upper level of the layout, and then the wires would go all the way around, and then around the walls. And I thought, well, because that's the central location here, you know, that's how it would disperse. Turns out, I mean, that these runs are much longer than, no, that run all the way around the wall is almost 50 feet, probably 50 feet. And they suggest to have DCC buses go 30 feet, and then, you know, if you run more than 30 feet, use a, you know, lower gauge wire, or you might run into interference and there will be some voltage drop and whatnot. So I thought, well, if I move the boosters over there at the root of the peninsula and then run wires along each of the sides, then I'm under or within 30 feet of length, and that's what I'm doing right now down there. So I have 4 PSX breakers and basically creating 4 power zones of that booster. So 1, 2, 3, 4 on the lower level, and then I'll have the other board with the other booster. I'll only do 3 because on the upper level I'll have a scenic section here. So I'll tie the scenic section into this portion of the layout, which will have a town, and then I'll have 3 power zones on the upper level. So that's what we're doing today. I'm just gonna fiddle with this arrangement here and set it up, and then crawl under there and decide if we're gonna put it on this side or that side. There's going to be a booster on each side, but it's not as convenient. The benchwork is low there. I think it's 24, 28 inches off the floor. Then again, if it was here, beside the length of the bus, this line here is basically where the benchwork for the lower level is. And might have been pretty tight to actually do stuff there. I don't know how often you need to reach in there after it's wired, but it's neither here nor there, so we'll see. I'll just keep plugging with this and then update as I go, or maybe just post the final video. That's not going to be used yet until I actually put the upper level benchwork and start laying track, which is coming soon. I still need to show you my layout plan. Okay then, stay tuned. Here is the next segment. The 2 panels are completed and wired. As you can see, there are 4 PSX short circuit boards there and 3 over there. So that's 1 power district, that's another power district, and then there is 4 sub power districts and 3 sub power districts. It's an upper level, lower level. That's a lens LV103 booster on both, and then I have a laptop power supply. I mean, you can go and buy the original lens or whatever power supplies, and they cost like $100 or more. Or you can buy a laptop power supply on eBay, or have a local surplus store in $15. I mean, and that's probably 7 or 8 or 10 amps. So it's more than enough. Technically, this power supply is going to provide 5 amps for that, and then remaining power will go up the up the wall or whatever, and then power accessories or whatnot, and plenty of. Funny thing just came to my mind right as I was pressing the record button is, well, these panels are only for DCC and accessories, and I totally forgot that I need to have some place to put those power supplies for LED strips if I want to light something up, and I do want to light the layout up, otherwise I won't see anything. So hey ho, I guess I'll have to build another panel or something and put it somewhere. I don't know where, because it's already tight underneath there, but we'll see. In any case, I'm gonna mount these underneath there. Maybe I'll do another segment, and this looks like it was a quick job, but actually it took several weeks because I had to source the PSX units, and these are the old PSX ones, or PSX2 or PSX3. I didn't want to buy the new PSXX ones because, well, they cost double, and I don't see a benefit. I mean, I found these on eBay and they work fine. And I had 4 of those before, and I think three of those, sorry. 4. Yeah, I had 4, I bought 5 more, because then I have 4 here and then 3 there, and I have 2 spares just in case I need to, I don't know, do something crazy or whatever. On the staging I have 2 as well, so 1 here and 1 on the other end. So basically I've split the staging in half. So there is 1 half that's protected by that one there, and then this half by this one here. So any derailment that would happen on the turnouts here and up to the whatever here would be the one over there, and then the ladders over there would be that one. So it's kind of subdivided. Subdivision was subdivided, and then the the command station does the helix and then the track along the way here, and then we have double gaps here because if you remember I have installed the auto reverses on these 2 tracks. So then that's that. Now I'm just gonna mount this. Maybe I'll take some more video and wrap this up. Stay tuned for more. And so there it is. And I'm sure I'm going to regret this because it's very low. This is the benchwork for the staging. There's going to be a lot of stuff up above. But this is very tight here. So, well, hopefully I won't have to go there often. Once it's all wired, then the wires run up the column here or whatever. It can just stay there and be out of sight, out of mind. That plug there, that's the LCC. So what happens there is the network, the LCC network goes through it, and there is a split off. I don't know, you can't see the colors, but there is a red and green wire there. I tap the DCC, the raw DCC signal, so non-amplified, from the LCC bus, and then it goes into the booster, and then the booster boosts the DCC signal, and then it goes into the PSX units, and then goes up the wires into the lower level. This is for the low level. But the idea is that the command station generates the DCC signal, and it injects it, or it passes it along the dedicated 2 lines on the CAN bus of the LCC network. You don't have to run, like your 12 or 14 gauge DCC bus wires throughout the whole layout, and this becomes a localized section. So if your layout is bigger like this, you would only run the network, the LCC network, throughout your layout, and you can go up to 1,000 feet for that without major losses, as opposed to like if you run a DCC bus, you have to run thick copper wire, like 12, 14 gauge, whatever, depending what scale you are, and then you have voltage drops after 30 feet or 40 or whatnot, and interference in the signal. Well, because this is just normal network and it's twisted pair and whatnot, you don't have the losses in this signal. It's non-amplified, and then you just amplify it in place wherever you need it. And I think the idea behind that is pretty sound and good to me. I mean, rather than the old-fashioned way, as I said, running long DCC buses everywhere, you would just run the actual DCC signal to wherever you need it, and then you tap into it like with a booster, and do whatever you need to. Like here we are amplifying it. Technically you could take the DC signal out of the LCC bus and then use it for other things. I mean, if you want to have, I don't know, stationary detectors and you want to have them on the DC bus, you don't want the LCC nodes for some reason. Well, you could tap it on the DC bus. I mean, it's not amplified, but you still have the signal there, and then you do whatever you need to do. I mean, detect whatever commands. Although, I mean, if you have an LCC at that point, why even use the DC bus for station decoders or whatnot? But I just wanted to mention that because it was hanging there, and maybe somebody wonders what that is. It's a pass-through, so you plug in one end into the incoming, and then you have an outgoing network, LCC network, going wherever it needs to go. So it's just gonna like tap in and then continue going to the other side over there where the other electronics is. And there is the back of the other board. I mean, I don't need to show you, already seen it, so I'll just wrap it here, and thanks for watching.